What is going on, YouTube? We back at it again. Week 5 action here in the United Sim Football Association. 2 games down, and it's only going to get bigger, better, and bolder from here. You already know how it goes. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We have ourselves a great game here tonight, so make sure you show some love. Get your people up in here. It's going to be pretty interesting. An East Coast matchup between Charlotte Royals and the New York Mafia here. Going to be interesting to see how this one goes down. You know what I'm saying? Going to be a fun ride here. As always, don't go anywhere. But Charlotte and New York coming into this game at a 3-1 record, so it's going to be interesting to see who is going to get the W in this one. Obviously, whoever wins is going to stay in one of those playoff spots, and I'm pretty sure off the top of my head it's going to be that way. But whoever wins this game will be in the number 2 seed behind the 5-0 Toronto Rates, who got the win against Huntington Beach yesterday. So make sure you watch that game. It's going to be out on YouTube. You already know how we do, but going to be interesting to see in this one. Vic Dotson and Hank Falco looking to bounce back. Didn't have the greatest of games last week. New York also lost earlier this season, but they've been winning recently. They've been putting them W's in the mix, so it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes down. 2 talented teams, 2 talented quarterbacks. Only one way to figure out who's going to get the W. I'm ready. If you all are ready, it's Wednesday night action here, and we're going to go ahead and get this thing popping. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and do it. That looks like it's going to be Huntington Beach starting out with the football. Huntington Beach, Charlotte starting out with the football. I'm still thinking back to season 8, season 9 time when it was Charlotte, Huntington Beach in the United Bowl. But Hank Falco is here. He's ready to get it cooking. He needs to bounce back game. He currently leads the league in passing yards by just a little margin, though. He has to keep on throwing the rock. If he's going to make that happen, he has some of the top receivers and tight ends in the game. Doc Boone is a top 5 halfback himself, and we'll see him pass it for the first time quickly. It's going to be caught by Witten. He's going to get blown the heck up, but he holds on to the football and picks up 9. Better watch out for number 53, CA Jr. as New York's in that strictly business uniform set, the blackouts, one of my favorite uniform sets. Going to be interesting to see how this one goes down for sure. As it's going to be 2nd and 1 here, and they're going to give it to Doc Boone, who's going to find a crease and pick up a solid gain of about 5. And Charlotte's on the move here. Still working on their new uniform set. Going to be interesting to see how they're going to look. I have Tacoma's done. Charlotte is next in Huntington Beach. I think that's going to be all of the jersey sets I'm going to be making throughout the season. I already made Tacoma's. I just got to confirm with Kyle if he wants to go ahead and get that one cooking, as Falco's going to go ahead and throw this one away before it gets too crazy. His first incompletion of the game is going to be 2nd and 10 coming. Second and 10 here. Going to go ahead and send Doc in motion. Will he throw it his way? No, it will not. Is going to pick Witten up the middle past the 45-yard line and 2 catches deep. And Witten's making some plays here tonight. It's 1st and 10 coming. And we'll keep this thing moving. You know what I'm saying? Nice pass there. Right where only his receiver can catch it. He holds on to it. And that's going to put Charlotte in New York territory. Shotgun set here. Going to be a fake of the handoff. Looking to throw right side and going to be caught there. And it's Witten again for his 3rd catch of the game. He's been lighting them up so far. 3 for 42. Solid start to the day for the veteran. He's been in the league for quite some time. And they're going to keep the drive alive. Inside the 35 they go now. Make that inside the 30. 1st and 10 coming up here. Going to pass it. Nope, it's going to be a handoff. There goes Doc, who's going to shed the first tackle. Gets to the 25-yard line. and picks up 4. A beautiful drive so far here for Charlotte. Looking to cash in on the home team, as they're going to set up with Xylo Zooms in the backfield, the backup halfback, giving Doc some breathing room, and they're going to fake it to him, looking for a man, goes right side and caught, stays in bounds, and there goes Hex Waters, big pushing him forward for about 3 extra yards, and that's tight end Love right there, making it happen in his first and 10 coming up. Aaron Nike watching from the sidelines, ready to get on the field. He says he's ready to get the first points of the game, but the defense here for New York will have to stop him. If that's the case, looking, goes right side towards Vic, and he's going to get knocked out of his hand. C.A. Jr. with the beautiful defense right there, making that punch out. He's going to be 2nd and 10 coming. Although Vic can go up for those particular catches, not really his game. He's more of a run after the catch type of guy. Get him in open space, as Falco's going to look right side again, and he's going to hang on this time, but it's going to be the backup. Hex Water shows Vic how it's done, and he's going to get his first touchdown of the season. There on that beautiful pass, they tried the out route there. The corner route there by the tight end. He got the matchup that he wanted. He gets both feet in bounds, hangs on to it. Can't do that any better. And that's going to put Charlotte on the board. Mr. Jake Parkey there, looking to put point number 7 here for Charlotte, and he's going to knock it through with relative ease. A 9-play, 75-yard drive lasting 4 minutes. Put Charlotte on top. We're going to see Calvin Nakua come onto the field. He returned a kick return for a touchdown, and Jake Parkey says, I'm not worried about that. You're going to put this in the end zone, and you're going to stay that way. We're not trying to have any of that against us. As Aaron Nike, roll jersey and all, he says he's ready to go and put the team on his back, though. We'll see what they do here. Aaron Nike with a great start to his season, looking to turn up some more. Game number 5 for him. Rashad Watson there in the backfield, also having himself a great season, as he's going to go ahead and pass it here. No pass rush currently, but Calvin Nakua is going to hang on and take off running with that speed, and he's going to burn him. He says he doesn't need a kick return for a touchdown. All it takes is one broken tackle, and he's going to take it the distance, and we're 1 extra point away from having ourselves a tie ball game already. Who missed that tackle? That is going to be Norman Martell. Tried to go for the hard hit, and Calvin Nakua stays on his feet. No safety help, and that's just Calvin Nakua with that 98, 99 speed, taking it the distance. That was a rookie mistake there by Norman Martell. Norman Bates, Norman Martell, whatever you want to call it, but it took 4 minutes to get 75 yards there for Charlotte. It only took 1 here for New York. And both teams are going to put a touchdown on the board early. Two teams that are in solid positions early to put themselves in the playoffs. So expecting a lot of fireworks here so far. Hasn't disappointed, as Potty's going to do the same thing that Jake Parkey did earlier, sent that into the end zone. And here comes Charlotte again. 1 touchdown in, looking for some more. Both defenses giving up a score. And we'll see what happens here, as it's going to be a pass, looking for a man. Going to go ahead and launch it short. There goes number 11. He's going to fumble the football. Who's going to recover it, though? It's going to be the O-lineman barely pouncing on it. It's going to be a gain of 4. John Smith Jr. got lit up again. Well, John Smith Jr. lit up the first time, but that was CA Jr. with that tackle. I told you, if you're going across that middle, you better hang on to that football. He's going to make you pay. 10 plays so far here for Charlotte. 2 of them have been rushes. As we'll see the pass here, they're going to go short with it, and they're going to get another gain of 4 right there. 3rd and 2 coming up. Shotgun set. Doc Boone in the backfield there with Falco. And they're going to trust the ground game to get the job done. Cuts around, and he's barely going to pick it up. They said he's short. My opinion, I say he got it. I thought the ball crossed, but he did get pulled backwards. And that's going to make it 4th and inches here. Great stop. Couldn't quite get that ball past. And I think the New York defense just got themselves a stop here. And it looks like they are setting up for the punting formation. Here comes Parkey with that big boot, sending that one away. Almost 70 yards worth of distance there. And that's really good special teams right there. Completely flipped the field. And Aaron Knack's going to come back onto the field. Already 1 touchdown in. He's looking to make it happen. And they're going to start in the pistols, handing this one off to the right side, and another big gainer again. He's going to take off on him, going to get past midfield, and there goes Rashad Watson. Over 100 yards on 2 plays here by this New York offense. And Charlotte's going to need to find a way to get off of these blocks if they want to make some plays, because New York is not a team to mess around with. They say they have aspirations for championships, and they have the roster to do it. As they're going to quick pitch, it is going to be caught past the 40. And there goes John Aldrezzi there. 2nd and 3 coming up. Their shortest play of the game so far for them is 7 yards. And they're going to pass out the pistol. Goes right side. Going to be incomplete. And Keegan Terry's going to force the incompletion there. 3rd down coming up. Like that pass got a little bit lobbed a little bit there. You need to bullet that a little bit to get to the wide receiver quicker. But we'll see what happens here. 3rd and 3 coming. They're going to pass it here. It's going to send 4. Right side and deflected. And there goes Jamal Adams Jr. swatting that one down. And here comes the Charlotte defense getting the stop. So both offenses and both defenses making a play on 3rd down. Well, offense making the play to get the offense off the field. Well, actually, I take that back. The offense is going to stay on the field on 3rd down. Looking to keep the drive alive. Looking for a man taking off. Going to throw it right side and almost picked off twice. And Norman Martell had a pick 6. But it's going to be a stop regardless. And the defense of the Royals stands tall here with 4 minutes left. They're going to give the Charlotte offense a really good field position. Honestly, should have been a pick 6, but Norman Martell making up for that blunder earlier. Going to get a stop on 3rd down, and we'll see what Hank Falco, Vic Dotson, MJ Witten, and what can they do on this offense now, as they got the big homies here looking for a man. Going to go short with it and caught. Going to take it past the 45-yard line. There goes Doc Boone picking up 6. 8 for 10 so far in the day. Shotgun set here. And they're going to give it to him on the ground, find the big hole, juke move, gets to the 45-yard line, and there goes Doc Boone trying to turn up a little bit. Didn't get as many touches last week, so maybe they're trying to get him a little bit more involved in this ball game, showing some love to Brendan Gaucher there for the other team. And they're back inside New York territory here. Last time they did it, they got a touchdown. They're trying to do it again as they're going to stretch it outside, looking for a little lane, and he's going to get stuck in the backfield. The pass rush the run defense here for New York, making it happen, losing one on the play. Going to send Zalo zooms in motion, looking for a man, and they're going to throw left side, and it's going to be punched out. I would have hit the halfback in that case, but they're going to make it 3rd and 11 coming up here. Passing situation here for Charlotte. Got to get past the 35-yard line to keep the drive alive. Looking for a man here. Gonna go short with it. Gonna be caught and gonna be tackled down. And that's gonna make it 4th and 9 coming up here. Once again, the New York defense coming strong. And that's 3 straight stops here by these two defenses. As Jake Parker is gonna come onto the field. He's looking for a pin. Play the field position game. Look, and that's going into the back of the end zone for a touchback. New York back onto the field. We'll see what they can do on offense. Faking the handoff here, looking to go short with it and caught, and it's going to be tackled down after a gain of 3 there by Jamal Adams Jr. Second and 7 coming up here. Passing it again, looking for a man, going with the screen. They're going to run out of time. There goes Yami Kanashimi getting the sack, and he's splitting it with another player. Couldn't quite see who it was, but Yami was the first one to make contact. Should see on this replay. Yami, and it looks like it's going to be number 88. That is big homie. Is that Gabriella Smith? Potential. But regardless of that, a great play. It's going to set him up for a 3rd and 19. Going to be sending for again, making him spin off, throws off the back foot and caught. Going to run up past the 20 to give him some breathing room, but not going to be enough for the punt. Charlotte's going to get the football back as the first quarter is winding down. Should take us into the second quarter with that play. Fourth and 8 coming up here. And we'll see the punt team here. Potted with the big boot, sending this one deep. And it's going to be returned here at around the 30, cutting around and getting to about the 31-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. And it's going to put Hank Falco onto the field again. A chance to get the lead back. And they're going to start on the ground here with this play. There goes Doc Boone past the 40, around like the 41-yard line or so. 6 for 26. Can't be too mad at it. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Making the handoff here, looking right side to Vic, and he's going to hang on to it for his first catch of the game. A short gainer, but enough to keep the chains alive. Going to pick up 3. Vic Dotson leading the league in receiving yards currently. He says he wants more opportunities. He's going to have to make those opportunities, and he's been doing that all season, all career long. So he's looking for another chance to make a play. They're going to go short with the left side and caught. There goes Ralph Rodriguez picking up 3 yards. He got his drip going. He got the lightning sleeve. He got the pink cleats. He says, "You ain't going to miss me on the field. Watch where I move. Don't let the pink fool you. Nothing sweet about this young man." He says he's ready to play. As they're going to set up 2nd and 7 shotgun set. And they're going to keep it on the ground here for this play, trying to bounce around, and just beautiful defense there by Danny Ringer. And that's going to make it 3rd and 7. Nothing doing on that play. Got the bunch at the top of the formation. Hank Falco looking to get something cooking. Gonna pass it here. Gonna go ahead and throw this one away. Locked up. And New York is gonna get this ball back with ease. Now Jake Parkey has a chance to pin. One of the best kicker punters in the league. Gonna look for a bounce. Gonna find that bounce. And picked up by Vic right at the 10-yard line. New York's gonna have a long field ahead of them. We'll see what they could do. Once again, flipping the field. Charlotte's doing their thing on special teams to try to give their offense the best chance to succeed. Defense back onto the field here, looking for a man. They're going to hand it off, cutting up, and gets nowhere except a gain of 1. As like a bot player doing his thing, getting the tackle. 2nd and 9 coming up. Free agency and trade deadline coming up soon, a couple of weeks from now. Going to be passing it here, looking for a man, spinning off and hit as he throws, still gets it off, and he's going to get a gain of about 4. The D-line almost getting home there. Looked a little dangerous, but they was able to make something out of it. 8 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second. Charlotte once again with a chance to get off of the field. They're going to quick pitch it left side, and hangs onto the football is Nakua. And this time, Norman Martell makes sure that he hits the ground with that tackle. And that's going to keep the drive alive here for New York. Hand off here to Watson, finding a crease and turn it up. Gets past the 25. A gain of 7 on the play here by Watson. Charlotte stacking the line up a little bit. Back in the pistol is New York, as they're going to fake the handoff. They're going to send some pressure and going to get hit as he makes the catch as Roman. Another short gain. Going to be 3rd and 4 coming up. Faking the handoff. They're going to send the blitz. It's forcing them out the pocket, going right side with it, and going to be deflected there by Keegan Terry. And that's going to force the punt again. Both defenses, after giving up 2 touchdowns, no points to show for it here in the second. We'll see if that changes on this upcoming drive, but both defenses are playing very, very well up to this point. 99 kick power. Party sends this one away to about the 22-yard line. They got some decent blocks here. Going to cut up and gets to the 30 before getting spine busted. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up here for Charlotte. And they're going to stretch it right side, try to give Doc some space, and once again locked up. Going to be passing it here, looking for a man left side, and going to be caught there by Witten. As Falco passes 100 yards passing so far tonight. 4 catches, 53 yards there to Witten. as they're trying to move this passing game up a little bit. 1st and 10 coming up here. Doc Boone in the backfield. Tight ends on both sides of the line, and they're going to hand this one off to Doc, who's going to use that strength to get about midfield. Get to about midfield, I should say. The gain of 6 on the play. Gonna be handing this one off. Xylo Zooms pushing forward, got a big gain, gonna push forward to about the 43-yard line or so. His first touch is a good one tonight. It's gonna be 1st and 10 again here for Charlotte, as they're trying to work the clock down, work the points on the board. It's a good start. Shotgun set. They're gonna send Ralph in motion, gonna turn up and goes the wrong way and goes straight into a big hit. There goes Gaucher doing some push-ups on him. He says, you better do better. And looked like he's supposed to take that one to the outside. Didn't find anything he liked. He tried to cut it in. And number 2 says, you're gonna go down on this play, sir. It's gonna be 2nd and 12 coming up here. They're gonna look towards Vic, who's gonna make the catch. Going to make another gain of 3. Pass a little bit too late on that one. He's going to pick up about 5, I should say. Once again, a lot of defenses are trying to make sure that Vic doesn't go off on those long tangents. Is going to look for a play here. Is Falco going to go short with it? Is caught. Turns up. Pushing forward. He's going to be a little short of the mark. He's going to make 4th and 1. Now, does Charlotte decide to keep their offense on the field here? That's the decision. And they're going to go ahead and keep their offense on. They said they could pick it up. They could have went for the field goal here too, potentially. But they got Doc Boone. They're going to quick pitch it and caught. And there goes the RPO, making it happen. And it's going to be number 9, Bobby Boucher, hanging on to it through contact. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The drive continues here for Charlotte. Had a low scoring affair in that last game we had with Toronto and Huntington Beach. Prepping to be the same thing, potentially. You never know, as they're going to pass it here, looking for a man, going to go and throw short with it, and is going to be caught once again by Witten, who's going to pick up about 7. 5 catches, 60 yards on the day for him. Looking real nice. Going to pass it quickly. Right side is open there for Rodriguez, who's going to get pushed out of bounds. Another first down play, 18 for 22 so far on the day here for Falco. Very proficient in the pass game. Gonna pass it here, looking for a man. Gonna go right side and going to be caught. A dot to MJ Witten, who's having himself a great game. And that's gonna put Charlotte on the board again. And Falco's dotting them up here tonight. Beautiful pass in between the safety and the linebacker. Couldn't have done that any better. Tommy Guns tried to force that one out, not to be. And that's going to set up 13-7 extra point here from Jake Parkey. Love this camera view. Kick is going to be up and golden. 14-7 is your score. And another 4 to 5 minute drive here by Charlotte gets it done. Sending this one away. And it's going to be back in the end zone. There goes Calvin Nakua. Nothing doing there. Rashad Watson, 3 for 40 so far on the ground. Not a lot of carries for him, but the stat line alone shows he has the ability to make things happen. And we'll see what New York can do with these less than 90 seconds. Pistol formation again. Going to be passing it. Looking for a man. Spinning around. Hit as he throws. Still finds a dart. There goes Roman. Past midfield to the 45. And you couldn't ask for a better play than that here for New York. Hit as he throws. Still finds his man. No huddle here. All 3 timeouts. And they're going to go ahead and do some adjusting to the play here. Quick audible. 55 seconds. Going to send 4. Going to send a blitz at Aaron Knight. Going to take off with that speed and throw it away. Going to be 2nd and 10 coming. Passing it, they're going to send the blitz. It doesn't get home. Over the top. Johnny Bravo touchdown again. And just like in the first quarter, a quick touchdown here by New York ties the game back up. Extra point pending, of course, but they got torched on that play. "45 seconds left. Kick is going to be up and good, and we're back to a new ball game, folks. Charlotte coming back onto the field. Still have all 3 timeouts, so if they could play their cards right, they could leave with some points going into the third. Sending this one away is going to be a kneel down, and it's going to make it 1st and 10 here for Charlotte. 45 seconds on the dot. One big play to set them up for success. Almost got a man offsides there. Going to be passing it again, looking for a man. Going to go towards the middle of the field and caught. 1st down, and rumbling forward is John Smith Jr. inside New York territory already. And what a pass there by Falco. He's been lining them up. First and 10 coming up here. Gonna pass it, looking for a man, spinning away and running out of time. It's a sack. Brendan Gaucher and number 59 there, couldn't quite see the name, but they're going to go ahead and combine for the sack. Oh, no, that's Danny Ringers. My apology. As they're going to call their 2nd to last time out here, Charlotte. Going to go towards Vic, who's going to hang on to it down at the 45. They're going to need to stop the clock. 3rd and 7. Probably going to call the timeout. Well, no huddle here. And they're going to call the timeout here. Not necessarily a fan of that. They could have got a playoff and then called it. But they're going to see if they could get down the field here, potentially get out of bounds, kick a field goal, and then keep it pushing. Pass it, looking for a man, spinning away, gonna throw a left side, and They're going to go ahead and toss it here. 4th and 7 coming. They could go for the field goal. It will be a pretty long one. Or they could just go for the Hail Mary, see if they can catch him slipping. And it looks like they are going to keep their offense on. All right, go ahead and pass it here. Looking for a man. Hit as he throws, and it's going to be another sack there by Ringer. And that puts New York on a chance to do something here. What a defensive pass rush is. We'll see what they do in this pistol formation. They are going to pass it. I'll get it. Passing it right side and throws it straight to Keegan Terry, who's going to take it away. And we have ourselves a 14-14 ball game here. New York starting with the football. We'll check out the highlights. And there's been a good amount of them. A fairly even ball game. A game that some can assume could be the start of the playoffs between these two teams. Both teams coming through with strong performances on offense, on defense. You see right there, went from a sack by New York to an interception there by the big homies in Charlotte. Keegan Terry hanging on to it. And you see right there, Calvin Nakua taking off with that speed. If he's in open space, you might as well forget about it. You're not touching him. And he's going to go ahead and take that one into the end zone as we move towards the third quarter. Coach speaking to his guys. Tell him it's a long road, but we can come out victorious. That's what Big Homie Dissolving said to his team. As Aaron X warming up that arm real quick, he says he's ready to go. He's going to start out the third quarter on offense. A touchdown could give him the lead. Sending this one away here. It's going to be a kneel down, and it's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Here comes Aaron Nike and the gang, ready to make it happen. Going to send Juice Parrish in motion to a fullback position and then hand it off. And looks like Rashad Watson's going to pick up 2 on the play. And off, going to get past the 30. It's going to be 3rd and 4 coming up. Going to be passing this one here. Looking short is going to be caught. And he's not going to get the first down that way. That's going to put Charlotte back onto the field really quick. And we'll see what the offense could do. New York kind of stumbled out of that one. A short gain to nothing to a 4th and 3. And we'll see Party send this one away. Going to be returnable here by Jamal Adams Jr. Going to take this one to the left side and going to get swarmed down. Actually, that's Norman Martell there with the return. But it's going to be 1st and 10 regardless. We'll see Hank Falco hit the field. Every time they scored, New York bounced back just as quick. Going to go with the reverse, bouncing around and finding a hole. There goes Doc, who's going to get past the 30. 10 carries, 41 yards so far in the day. And Charlotte said they wanted to make that an initiative going into this week. Got to give Doc Boone the football. Good things happen normally when he has the ball in his hands. One of the top backs to ever join the league. I'd say he's top 10 easy in regards to talent. And they're going to go with the crack pitch, and he's going to get stuck and go nowhere. As C.A. Jr. said, I ain't got time for that. You got to do better than that if you want to beat us. I seen what the Charlotte wanted to do with it, but I don't think they blocked properly. They didn't send anybody at the rushing lineman, the linebacker. As they're going to go ahead and see the pass here, going to go left side and going to be caught as MJ Witten continues his great day. 1st and 10. First and 10 coming. Gonna hand this one off, pushing forward and rumbling for about 4. A little shy of 4 yards of carry so far for him, but still overall productive day. Getting some catches, getting some rushes. He has a lot of touches so far here tonight. There's going to be 2nd and 6 coming up. And they're going to hand it off to him again, see if he can find a crease, and he's going to make it 3rd and short. Zylo zooms there in the backfield now. And they're going to give him an opportunity. It takes off for a 1st down play, getting about 7. And that's exactly what you want your backup to do. Make it happen. Just because you're not the starter doesn't mean you don't play a part in a team's success. Every play matters, and Charles showing up here with another long drive up to this point, a few 1st downs, trying to keep it moving here as they move inside the 45-yard line, and they're going to have to back it up a little bit. That is definitely a false start there on Charlotte, so it's going to make it 1st and 15. As Vic Dotson's trying to wrangle down his old lineman and said, we got this, is all good. Veteran leadership. Going to be passing it again, looking for a man, going to go short with it, is going to be caught. And he's not going to get too much on it, maybe a gain of 3. Going to make it 2nd and 12. Going to be a handoff here, bouncing around, bounces to the outside and getting a gain of 1, and that's really about it. Now it's going to be 3rd and long here for Charlotte. A successful drive, 1 play away from turning to a not so successful drive. Unless they could get around like 10 yards or so. I mean, they could still get in field goal range technically, but they want to keep the drive alive. They're going to send Vic on the block, and he's going to get the pass off barely, but the pass rush here for New York stands tall, and it looks like Charlotte's going to have to punt this one away. Looked like he had a man open too, but like he turned away from the defense, tried to get away, and he was barely able to get that ball off before it became catastrophic. As we'll see, Jake Parkey send this one completely to the right side. This one looks like it's going out of bounds, but we'll have to see where they mark it. Should be within the 15. That's what I'm thinking. As Rashard Watson's averaging 9 a carry, only has 5 touches, but it looks like they're going to set up inside the 10 here, right at the 9.5 yard line, and they're going to go ahead and try the ground game early. Going to push forward and going to spin off a couple of defenders to get about 3 as Watson. Handoff here, pushing around, and going to be tackled down by Norman Martell. A gain of nothing on the play, and once again the Charlotte defense with the chance to get off the field. Passing it quickly right side and going to be incomplete as Keegan Terry continues on his great day. 4th and 7, and the defense once again stands tall here for Charlotte, trying to give their offense multiple opportunities here. So far it's been working. They've had the ball longer, but New York has also had 2 drives that lasted less than 2 minutes. So as part of the business here is we'll see Potty send this one away. Martell looking for some blocks here. Going to turn up, going to cut past the 40, and that's really about it. That's going to put Charlotte back onto the field in some premium field position, about 20 yards away from where they ended their last drive. So they can definitely turn up, see if they can get back into the mix. And they're going to start on the ground here. Big hold there by Doc Boone. Get past midfield for a gain of 7. And he's already at 15 carries tonight. And that's going to be an encroachment there by Gaucher. Or neutral zone infraction, one of the two. They're going to say encroachment, and that's going to make it 1st and 10 coming up. Automatic 1st down. As he's pointing the wrong way. It happens sometimes, even wearing the wrong hat. I don't know what's wrong with him, but we're here again. It's 1st and 10 coming inside the 45, and they'll try the ground game here. There goes Doc cutting up past the 30, past the 40. He's going to pick up about another 6. As the 3rd quarter is winding down slowly but surely. Hand off here, pushing forward, cutting around, and going to get about a yard shy. 3rd and 1 coming up. 17 carries, 67 yards so far in the day here for Doc Boone. Hasn't found like the explosive runs, but he's found runs where he's able to make the most with what's available for him. Holding on to the football as well, always a good thing. As they're going to put Xylo Zooms in again. Shotgun set. Will they give him another opportunity here? Yes, they will. And he's going to cut around, and I think he's going to be stopped short. The second, well, technically his 3rd touch of the game. All of his runs up to this point have been for 1st downs, except for right now. It is 4th and inches, though. So Charlotte could very well try to go for it here. They could go for the field goal as well. Maybe they're a little bit too far out. I think Jake Parkey can hit it from here, but they do have Xylo Zooms in the backfield again. And they're going to give it to him again, and it's going to be a 1st down and a whole lot more. And the drive continues here for the big homie. So 3 out of the 4 carries that he's taken has been for 1st downs. And he's going to keep the drive alive here for Charlotte. And as you already know, draining the clock really isn't a big thing right now. Is that going to be another false start? Yes, it is. It's going to be on Charlotte. Back them up 5. As the penalty is starting to accumulate here for the Charlotte Royals. And they're going to try the ground game here, try to bounce around. There goes Doc, who's going to rumble to about the 25-yard line. Going to pick up about 7 on the play. And that should take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. So you could go ahead and throw your 4s up in the chat. Going to be interesting to see. No, they're going to hike it before the end of the 3rd. Going to look right side, and it's going to be caught. And he's going to make it 3rd and 3. So caught the defense slipping a little bit. But it's going to be 3rd and 3 coming up as we turn 2. See right there, pretty even ball game, all things considered, stat-wise. I believe Charlotte's leading in passing yards. New York leading in rushing yards. As they have Doc Boone there in the backfield. He's ready for a touch. He's going to get a touch, and he's going to get touched right at the 20. And is going to make it 4th and 2 coming up. Now, is this a time where Charlotte goes for the field goal, try to get on the board? But a great defensive play there by Buster Mack. And it looks like they are going to go for the field goal here, somewhere around a 37-yarder from this spot. Here comes Jake Parkey, and he's going to shank it to the left and miss it. Going conservative does not work here for Charlotte. The score remains tied, and New York's going to get the football back. A rare miss there by Parkey. It's going to put Aaron Nike back on the field. Going to be a handoff to Watson, bouncing it outside, and the defense was there to swarm it. Going to make a 2nd and 10 coming up. Great job by the run defense, making them go horizontal as opposed to vertical. 2nd and 10 coming up here. And it's going to be a fake of the handoff. They're going to send a blitz. Hit as he throws. Going to be deflected as they was trying to get it to John Aldrezi, but couldn't quite get that oomph in that pass there. Had a defender right in his pocket. 3rd and 10 coming up. Ten and a half minutes left in the 4th. And they're going to pass it again quickly. Not going to get the first down that way. That's going to make it 4th and 5 here. Charlotte, even after missing the field goal, going to get that football right back. Both defenses have done enough to give their team the win, but they need to get the offense rolling. Just going to depend on who's going to get it first, as that's going to get returned past the 20. And it's going to make it 1st and 10 again here for Charlotte. As they're going to try the ground game here for Doc. Going to rumble forward to pick up about 3. A little shy of 80 yards today on 20 touches. Or 20 carries, I should say. He's over 80 total, but on the ground he's at 78. Charlotte's leading in total yards today. Going to be passing it here, looking for a man right side, and a bucket, and hangs on and takes it inside the 45. Something's up with MJ Witten. He's over 100 yards receiving, and he snagged that one. That is a beautiful catch there. Wow. Good job by Tommy Guns to stay on his feet to make the tackle, because he could have took that to the house. But 9 catches, 118 yards there for the veteran, making it happen here tonight. We'll see what Charlotte can do here, as that is going to be an encroachment again. That is going to push him forward 5 yards. Looks like that's the sub linebacker there, Micah Turner. And it's going to make it 1st and 10 again. Well, 1st and 5, I should say. Going to hand this one off, and Doc Boone's going to find a crease big enough to get the first down on top of it. 1st and 10 coming up here. Averaging 4 a carry exactly now. Look, if you're averaging 4 a carry, you're doing something good. That's all I gotta say on that. But it's 8 minutes left. They're inside the 35 now, and they're gonna give it back to Doc, who's gonna cut around and get past the 30, close to the 25, and he's gonna pick up 6 on the play. Now he's at 90. Hand off here, pushing forward. Zalo Zooms is gonna get slammed. What in the world is that? PA Jr. Y'all better stop sleeping on 53 here in New York. They don't have like the most star power. They don't have all the glitz and the glamour. They don't be in all the chats all the time, but one thing they do have is number 53, and you better watch him every single play. Looking for a man here, goes right side and going to be caught. It's 4th and inches there by Doc Boone. Now Charlotte once again in the spot where they could go for the field goal. They could go for the first down on the 4th down. Really depends on what they want to do here. Charlotte, I'm sure they're looking for something aggressive, but they're going to try Jake Parkey again from the right hash. Kick is going to be up, and this kick looks a lot more favorable. It's going to go up and in, and that's going to put Charlotte on top by 3. Great game here tonight on Wednesday. And don't forget, we got the games rolling. You know what I'm saying? We got Dallas and Pittsburgh coming up tomorrow, Thursday night action, Thursday night prime time. So make sure you watch out for that. And then we're going to close out the week with Detroit and St. Louis to start out the Friday night games. And then we got the big homies in Tacoma. They came off and they're trying to get their second victory of the season. Anchorage trying to stay on top on their own side. So make sure you watch out for those games for sure, as the kickoff has already been done. I was talking about the other games a little too much, but Calvin Nakua did get his first return. He took it pretty decent, I should say. And let's get that sound back on there for you. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up, 6 minutes left. They're going to hand this one off, and the Charlotte offense, or Charlotte defense, I should say, doing a good job here on the ground. The formation again here for New York, and they're going to try the ground game. A big hole opened up, but not quite the first down. It's 3rd and medium coming up. Charlotte looking to get off the field here, give their offense another chance to burn some clock. Gonna send 4 at him, goes right side and gonna be caught. And that's gonna be DJ McFadden there with the catch. I believe that's his first of the season. I haven't seen him too many times, but that is their 1st round draft pick of last season. So definitely need to get him more involved, but it's such a stacked wide receiver group with Bravo, Aldrezi, Nakua. It's kind of hard to make your face here in situations like this, but the pass is going to be on point there to Johnny Bravo, another big name here, turning up for this New York offense. That's going to make it 1st and 10, 4 minutes left in the 4. Beautiful pass there. And that's going to keep the drive alive here for New York. Not quite in field goal range, but they're knocking at the door. Pistol formation again. 3.5 minutes. They're going to pass it again. Look and go short with it. And got going to be a gain of 1. Beautiful defense there on the outside. 2nd and 9. New York trying to get in the mix here. Going to pass it again. Look and goes right side and going to be caught. 1st down play. And DJ McFadden, another catch on this drive when they needed the most. Moving the sticks. And it's less than 3 minutes left in this ball game. A field goal ties it up. A touchdown puts the pressure all the way on Charlotte, as they are in field goal range as of right now. Pistol formation. Charlotte sending 4. Gonna look short. Gonna be caught. Turning up inside the 25. 2nd and 3 coming up. And New York could take their time now, as they are where they need to be to tie the ball game up, as they're going to take it to the 2-minute warning. Juice Parrish there in the backfield with Watson and Ike. And they're going to pass it here. They're going to send 4. Going to look short. Is going to be caught. Stumbling as he makes the catch. Makes one man miss and picks up the first down. Clock continues to roll. But it's going to be another first down play here for New York. Can't ask for a better drive up to this point. Here for the Mafia. Trying to give their home crowd something to cheer about. But the job is not quite done. 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the fourth. They're going to pass it again, looking for a man. Turn it up, turn it away, using that speed and taking off to run, and he's going to pick up 9. And they're just working the clock down, working it down, working it down. One minute left in the fourth quarter. New York. There's some prime real estate here. Going to be passing it. They send 4 again. Looks right side and going to be incomplete. Now it's going to be 3rd and 1. Passing it again, sending 4, looking end zone, and gonna be a dot. And New York takes the lead late in the fourth. Johnny Bravo with his second. And that puts New York on top. Aaron Nike leads a beautiful drive down the field. Charlotte in danger. They do have all 3 timeouts, so the game ain't quite dead. But we'll see the extra point here by Party. And he is going to knock it through with relative ease. And they showed that they could put on a long drive for a touchdown. 5 minutes long, drained the clock, got the TD. And we'll see what Charlotte can do here with these last bit of seconds. Shout out to Johnny Bravo, though. Not to be upstaged by the 2-star receivers and Aldrezi and Nakua. He said, look, if they leave me open, I'm gonna find the space to make it happen. As Party's gonna send this one away into the back of the end zone. And we'll see Hank Falco again in a situation I've seen so many times in his career in the USFA. Down 1 score, a little bit of time to get down the field. A field goal is not going to make it work. They're going to need to get down the field. Watch out for 87 is what I'm thinking. There's going to be a pass here. Going to take off to run, throws right side. And I said it already. Watch out for 87. Already a big play. 4 catches, 36 yards so far in the day. Another slow affair for him. He's been kind of working his routes. They've been double teaming him. So far it's been working for him. Just make sure he gets in where he fits in. Another big drive here for Hank Falco and the gang. Going to look for a man here. Going to go ahead left side and going to be caught. And they're going to have to call that timeout. 46 seconds.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here. Who's going to make a play? It's all like Falco. Come on now. It's all like Falco. They got to walk this way.
Closing in on midfield already. Gonna pass it here, looking for a man. Gonna go left side and caught. First down play. They're gonna call their second to last time out. Once again, the field goal is not gonna do it. They can go for a deep first down, get them inside the 30, inside the 20, spike it, and then keep it pushing. We'll see if that's what they're able to do. Vic Dotson in the slot now, and they're going to look for a pass here, obviously. Going to look to go deep left side, and he's got a step, and it's going to be MJW. Falco does it again. 35 seconds left, and this game is just ridiculous. Charlotte not giving up. And Falco's done it so many times. MJ Witten with potentially his best game of his career, and Charlotte needed every bit of it. And Hank Falco, despite all the blunders he's had in the United Bowl, he could light it up with the best of them. He's shown this ability his whole career. Former MVP, obviously a Pro Bowler. One thing he hasn't done was get a title, but he's doing everything he can to make sure that they get there, and plays like that can make it happen. And now they just need their defense for one more stop. But Aaron Nike says he's ready to go too. He says you could do that too. We just did that early in the game. Like, it's not like you the only team that could do it. We could do it too. But Hank Falco chilling on the sideline now, hoping that he doesn't have to come back onto the field. Don't forget, a field goal can tie it back up, and we'll have another quarter for you guys. So we'll see if New York can make it happen. They got all 3 timeouts. And it's going to be a kneel down. Aaron Nike coming onto the field. Going to send 4. Taking off to run already. Trying to get past that first down mark. And he's going to fumble the football, and recovered by Charlotte. Gabriella Smith hangs on to it. And Aaron Nike did a great thing. And then unironically fumbled the bag, punched out by what I believe is Edwards, but Gabby Ice was able to scoop it up. And now it's 3 timeouts here for this New York team. They could still technically get the ball back. We'll see what they could do on defense. Doc Boone more than likely going to be getting some touches here, as they're going to stretch it out to the left side, turn it up, going to get past the 40, and there goes the timeout. The first down essentially closes this game with the amount of time left. Going to be a handoff here, pushing forward, breaks 1 tackle, makes it 3rd and 1. And the game comes down to this. Going to be passing it here, looking, goes right side. Going to be a dot over the top, and is going to close this ball game out. John Smith Jr. over the top. And that's going to seal the deal. Hank Falco with the beautiful performance, getting it done. And we could go ahead and wrap this one up, folks. What a beautiful game. Both teams putting on for their city, and I got a feeling we're going to see this game 2 more times, as we'll see the kneel down there by Hank Falco. Victory formation always tastes so good. New York's gonna go down to 3-2. Charlotte up to 4-1. Another close affair here tonight. And that's gonna close this one out, folks. Final score is 24-21. No overtime needed in this ball game. And we'll go ahead and check into the statistics really quick. As you see right here, first downs 22-10. Got the 2 turnovers there. Charlotte definitely helped out with that, getting the turnovers. You see right there, possession time, Charlotte did have it, but New York was able to keep themselves in it with some quick drives earlier in the game. We'll talk about that later. Hank Falco 31 for 37, 339, 3 TDs, no interception. You see right there, Aaron Nike 18 for 27, 251, 66%, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Both quarterbacks honestly did their thing. Longest pass of the day, 75 yards there by Ike. Falco had a 48-yarder. Rushing wise, Doc Boone 24 for 99 on the day. Rashad Watson 10 for 53. Zyla Zooms 5 for 21. Aaron Nike 2 for 25. Hank Falco had the kneel down, fumbled there by Ike there in the 4th quarter. and the longs carried there. Rashad Watson, 32 yards, doing his thing. Receiving wise, we'll start with New York. Angelo Roman, 6 for 46. Johnny Bravo, 4 for 82, 2 TDs. Calvin Nakua, 2 for 82, 1 TD. Rashad Watson, 2 for 17. DJ McFadden, 2 for 16. Juice Parrish, 1 for 1. John Aldrezi, 1 for 7. Drop wise, DJ and Aldrezi getting one, and the longest catch there by Nakua, the first play of the game there for their offense. Can't be mad at it. On the other side, the leading catcher will be MJ Witten, 10 catches, 166 yards, 2 touchdowns. Doc Boone, 5 for 22. Ralph Rodriguez, 5 for 25. John Smith Jr., 4 for 62. Vic Dotson, 4 for 36. Hex Waters, 2 for 24 and a TD. Bobby Boucher, 1 for 4. Drop wise, Vic and Witten had one apiece, but Witten had the longest catch of the game, 48 yards. Can't be mad at it. And you see right there, very fun game all the way around. As we see the defensive stats here, looks like a bot led in tackles with 7. Norman Martell gets 6. Jamal Adams Jr. with 5. John Smith with 4. Keegan Terry with 4. JD Edwards and Bo Canham and Yami Kanashimi with 3. Gabrielle Smith and Grayson Rain with 2. Lester, Price, Knox, and Valentine each with 1. Price, Gabrielle Smith, Yami, Adams Jr., and Martell each with a tackle for loss. Gabby and Yami split a sack tonight. Keegan Terry with the interception earlier in the game. Great job there. Returned to 5 yards. Norman with the pass deflection. JD forced the fumble. Gabby recovered it for no yards. And that's all the stats here defensive wise for Charlotte. As we go to the other side, do I need to say more about how great this player is right here? CA Jr. with 166 tackles, 16 tackles on the game. Josh Hess, the cornerback, doing his thing with 10. Buster McNutt with 9. Ricardo Lopez with 8. The former Charlotte Royal there doing his thing. Gunny McGuire with 7. Tommy Guns with 6. Buster Mack with 6. Danny Ringer with 5. Andy Newsom and Bot gets 4. Brendan Gaucher, Emerson Spiro with 3. Grady Wilson with 2, along with Doc Dracos and Phenom Chisholm. Blanton gets 1. Calvin Nakua gets 1. And Angelo Roman gets 1. See Gaucher and Ringer getting 3 tackles for loss. CA Jr. getting 2. Sack wise, Ringer gets a half a sack. Well, 1.5 sack. Gaucher gets the other half. 2 sacks total. Interceptions, nothing. Pass deflection, CA Jr. Tommy Guns forced to fumble. They did not recover it. And that's all the defensive stats. As we go into special teams, Jake Parkey did miss a field goal, but it didn't hurt them. It made it close than it probably had to be, but it is what it is. Almost perfect on the day. Did hit all of his extra points, so that helped. Potty made all of his extra points. No field goals needed for him. Potty averaged almost 49 on 5 punts. Jake Parkey averaged 42 on 4 punts. Kick return wise, Nakua 1 return for 24 yards. That's it. Norman Martell averaged 5 on 5. So averaged 5 yards on 5 punt returns. John Aldrezi 1 for 4. Scoring summary, a lot of scoring in this ball game. Split touchdowns here in the first quarter and the second quarter. And as you can see, not a lot of space in between these two scores here on both of these quarters. You see right there, 126 there for Witten, and then you see 44 seconds. So within the span of 40 seconds, the other team already scored. Third quarter, the defense is starting to lock up, and then the fourth quarter getting crazy. I've been seeing that a lot. Like the fourth quarter has just been ridiculous this season. But Jake Parkey knocked the field goal down. Johnny Bravo got the score to take the lead. MJ Witten says, "Hold my beer," and I got to get that lead back with 34 seconds left. And just a beautiful game all the way around by both of these teams. As we'll go ahead and transition into the game tomorrow. Make sure you watch out for that. It's going to be Dallas at Pittsburgh for this ball game. So going to be interesting to see. But until then, we'll go ahead and talk to you later. I'll see you on YouTube.